There's more than one way to brew the perfect cup of coffee, and today, we're proving it. From the crisp clarity of a Chemex pour-over, to the rich depth of a French press, the smooth punch of an AeroPress, and the bold, espresso-like magic of a Moka Pot. We're taking you on a caffeine-charged tour of 4 iconic brewing methods. Each has its own style, flavor, and ritual, and by the end, you might just find your new favorite way to start the day. Let's get brewing. We're making our very first cup of coffee using the pour-over method, and we've chosen Chemex brewing process. And it takes about 4 to 5 minutes from start to finish. Here's what you'll need to get started. A Chemex coffee maker, the pot. A kettle to boil water to about 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 93 degrees Celsius. About 300 milliliters or 10 ounces of hot water. 20 grams of medium ground coffee, and 1 Chemex paper filter. Start by placing the filter into the top of the Chemex. Now pour some hot water through the filter to rinse out any paper taste and to warm the Chemex. Discard the rinse water before start brewing. Now, add your 20 grams of ground coffee and gently shake to level it. Start the bloom. Pour in about 40 to 50 milliliters of water to wet all the grounds. Let it sit for 30 to 45 seconds. Then slowly pour the rest of the hot water in circular motions over the grounds. This should take about 2 to 3 minutes. Once the water has fully drained, remove the filter, swirl the Chemex, and you're done. Enjoy your fresh, clean, and flavorful cup of Chemex coffee. We're making our next cup of coffee using the French press method, a classic way to brew smooth and rich coffee with minimal fuss. The French press, also known as a press pot or cafetiere, was first designed in France and later refined in Italy. The French press kit has few simple parts: a carafe or pot, usually glass or stainless steel with a cup holder, a plunger rod, and a metal filter screen that pushes the grounds to the bottom. Now, let's make a cup. You'll need a French press pot, a kettle to heat the water, 300 milliliters of hot water, heated around 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 93 degrees Celsius, and about 20 grams of medium or coarse ground coffee. Start by adding the coffee grounds to the French press. Pour a little hot water to wet the grounds, stir gently, and let it bloom for 20 seconds. Then add a little more water and stir gently. This blooming process should take about 40 seconds. Then pour in the rest of the 300 milliliters of water. Place the lid on with the plunger up and let it steep for 3 minutes 20 seconds. Finally, press the plunger down slowly and evenly. That's it. Your rich, smooth cup of French press coffee is ready to enjoy. We are using the AeroPress to make our next cup of coffee, a fast, portable, and bold way to brew a smooth and strong cup of coffee. The AeroPress is named after company invented the process, aerobie, and the press refers to how the coffee is brewed by pressing hot water through the grounds using air pressure. It was invented in 2005. Now let's make 1 cup. You'll need an AeroPress, around 300 milliliters of hot water at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, a microfilter, and about 20 grams of medium or fine ground coffee. First, place the filters into the cap and attach the cap to the pot and place it over your cup. Add the ground coffee to the pot. Start by pouring in just enough water to wet the grounds and stir gently, and then let it bloom for about 40 seconds. Then pour in the rest of the water slowly to the pot. Stir gently. Now insert the plunger into the pot, making sure to leave a gap between the plunger and the hot water. This air gap is important to build the right pressure for plunging. Wait for about 3 minutes 20 seconds. And press down slowly. Take your time to complete the press to the bottom. And that's it. Your clean, rich cup of AeroPress coffee is ready to enjoy. We are making our next cup of coffee using the Moka Pot method. The name Moka Pot comes from the Yemeni city of Moka, famous for its rich coffee trade. Though the pot itself was invented in Italy in 1933 by Alfonso Bialetti, it's a timeless icon of stovetop brewing, giving us espresso-like coffee without a bulky machine. Here's what we need. a Moka Pot, fresh water, finely ground coffee, and a heat source. First, fill the bottom chamber of the pot with water, right up to the safety valve, but never above it. Now, add the ground coffee to the metal filter basket. Level it gently, don't tamp, just smooth the surface, and place it in the pot. Secure the top and bottom chambers together firmly by screwing them closed. Place the Moka Pot on medium heat. As the water in the lower chamber heats, pressure builds and steam pushes the hot water up through the coffee grounds. In just a few minutes, you'll hear a gentle bubbling and hissing as the rich, dark coffee flows into the upper chamber. Once the bubbling becomes soft and airy, remove the pot from the heat. Pour your coffee into a warm cup, sip, and enjoy the bold, smooth flavors that make the Moka Pot a true classic. That's all for today. Thanks for brewing along with us using pour-over, French press, AeroPress, and Moka Pot. Next up, we'll dive into the most popular coffee styles you'll find anywhere. Don't forget to subscribe to NanoTech for your daily dose of coffee and tech. See you in the next cup.